make sure I pointed that out in this video, since I didn't point it out in my last one. Once again, we'll let the borax do its thing to help remove some of the impurities. Obviously with aluminum foil and copper, we definitely want to do that. Just removing any of the dross that is settling on the top of the liquid so that we can pour somewhat smooth when I go to pour it. Totally unhappy with that bar. It does have my usual crater in the middle, as you can see. That's kind of a bummer. I don't know what I have to do to avoid getting that crater, but maybe that's character. Who knows? We'll let it cool for another second. Then I'll flip it over and then we'll quench it. Not too bad of a bar. Not as golden as I had hoped, but I probably didn't add the right mix. One of these days I'll weigh it all out, which is what I should be doing, but I'm just experimenting with different mixtures right now. I would say based on this color, I probably had about 3, maybe 4%. Not quite what I needed, not quite the color. But it'll polish up nicely, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see the difference in color when I put it next to the other ones. Here's that crater I was talking about. Seem to always get that on these pours. When they're pure copper, I don't have a problem, but once I start mixing with the mixture, I seem to always have a little tiny indentation on them. I don't know if that's tiny, but I definitely got an indentation. Anyway, pretty good bar. Let's go ahead and pour some copper rounds next. ran a little bit low on that last pour, so we had to improvise a little bit. But we'll see how they came out. Hopefully they don't come out too bad. Should be wearing gloves for this, but I opted to have a little bit of fun, foolishly. So here's the 9 rounds. We got the hobo nickel, so to speak, 3 of those. We got 3 of those pirate coins, kind of cool. And then 3 of my skulls. Again, these are unpolished right now. Kind of an odd finish on this one. We'll have to see how it cleans up. I thought instead of using my hand sander and roughing them up too much, I would just start by putting 3 of the smallest ones, the little buffalo hobo nickels, in my little rock tumbler. We'll see how this goes. I've got some Shine Bright in there, and of course a jeweler's tumbling mix. We'll see how they look in about an hour. Now this is not gonna polish them perfectly because I didn't do any hand polishing or any machine polishing whatsoever. We're just using a tumbler. That being said, I'll be back once they've got a little tumbling done. While the little buffalo nickel rounds are polishing, if you will, thought I'd give you a look at these ones. Didn't come out too bad. This last one, he's kind of missing his jaw. It happens. On the other coins, first one not too bad, second one not too bad, third one kind of a mess as well. But that's how it goes with pours. And I did want to show you the color. Those are pure copper. This one I added like 1 or 2% of the aluminum foil, and this one about 3 or 4%. Not quite golden, but if I polish it up, I guess it'll be pretty golden. Still, love how they came out. I will be polishing these in a future episode. Just wanted to show you guys these, especially these ones, before they've been tumbled. And we'll see how they look when they're done. There we go. Flip this up. All right, let's reach in and see if we can locate one. We'll dab it on this paper towel just so we can get a look. Oh yeah, polished up pretty good. Not too bad. We'll set it down here for now. Grab another one. Yep, definitely polished pretty good. Can't get mad at these. This little tumbler does a good job of polishing them for me, especially when they're just this little. We're not trying to get mirrored finishes. We just want them to look like copper. So I think those 3 came out pretty good. Pretty happy with them overall. Now we got to add a couple more here of the next size. All right, it's been a couple hours on the second batch. Figured since it did so well in the first batch for a couple hours, we try 2 more hours once again. Let's see how these bigger ones came out. Got some dirty water there, but they definitely did polish up pretty good. Let's try another one. Yep, not too bad. And the last one. Pretty good. Let me get them wiped down and we'll show you all 6 laid out on the mat. So here's all 6 laid out on the mat. I had some over pours on every single one of them, but at the end of the day, I'll take it. Not too shabby. A lot better than just scrap copper wire laying around. Pours could be a little more consistent. Could have skimmed them a little bit better. This was the final pour where I was running out and I didn't quite get enough. This one's pretty rounded nicely, but it's got some holes on the top. They all have their own little issues, but that's what makes them hand poured and unique. I love it. Now let me grab the skeleton 2 shooters, get those polished. We'll lay those out and we'll conclude this video. All right, I have taken them out. These I only left them for about an hour and a half. I wanted to see if there's much of a difference. They could be cleaned a little bit more, polished a little bit more, but not too bad in the tumbler. This is the guy that I said was missing his mouth, kind of a zombie look. But once again, there's the 3 hobo nickels, if you will. The 3 pirates treasure coins. And the 3 skeleton double shooters. I think those came out the best. I like how they look. This one could be re-poured, but you know what? I'll probably leave it like that. Kind of gives it some character. There's an all aluminum one that I poured. And you've seen it, that Nordic gold one. That's the look I want to get on some of the other bars in the future. But you can't get mad at just having regular standard poured copper in a mold. Got the Terminator eye on that one. This one came out the best overall. And again, not fully clean, but I might leave it like that. I like the little rough look to it. Hopefully you enjoyed this copper pour. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy pouring and happy stacking.